everybody, it's MrLEDiecast. We are back with another 25 cars to choose from in our diorama. This car is one of my customs. By the way, if you're wondering, hey, they already made a gold one of those. Why'd you make another? Well, that's kind of the point of all the customs right now. I've got about 30 cars over here in the workshop that were started. I used to paint a lot of cars different colors and then kind of choose which ones I wanted to start with. So at one time I'd have like 100 different cars painted different colors, and then that's how I would sit down to begin my day, and customizing is kind of pick which car and which color I wanted to do. But as those sat, Hot Wheels would come out with more variations on the car, and some of their cars looked pretty near just like what I had painted. So I had a whole bunch of these sitting around that Hot Wheels had already made the same colored car after I'd painted them, and was thinking of just kind of dumping them, or repainting them, I should say. But I just decided to finish some of them up. So we've got this one. These are not going to be customs as you might be used to, in that I'm not really bothering with decals or flames or crazy stuff or chopping them up and gluing them back together or combining parts, anything like that. I'm just kind of trying to finish them up. So I don't know if we're going to give these away or if I'm just going to use them for decoration in the dioramas, but this is one of those cars. Anyways, we are going to go pick from our bin, happiness here, 25 cars. We'll rank them. We'll see what we've got to work with. Be right back. Okay, pretty much, I think just as we left it last time. So, dig in here. See if I can really, I keep trying to get to the bottom. That's my goal. Alright, start here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got a boat in there. We'll call it 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, here's a bunch. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I can already tell it's going to be a competition. 23, and we'll get rid of those two. 24, 25. All right. Oh, we got some brand new ones. We've got some super old ones. We've got some off models, different makes. We got a bunch of stuff here. I'll be right back. We'll get them in order. Okay, we are back. I've got these in the order I think they should be in. Again, the fun in this is you all disagreeing with me and pointing out that I'm wrong all the time, which I don't take personally. I think it's rather fun to make these kind of fake little arguments about these things. So there's going to be some controversy in this one because I put some of these trucks that I know some of you really like pretty low on the list. All right, let's start with the top 25 or 25. So this is number 25. Number 25 is this guy. That is the Monster Dairy Delivery, which, by the way, was neither a monster. I know it's built on a monster truck, but it's like a baby dairy delivery compared to the other ones. And when this first came out, for some reason, it's not this particular model. It was the one with the cow spots on it. I thought it had rubber wheels, so I bought up a whole bunch of them. You would think that I would look and see if it had rubber wheels. It didn't. I've since basically chopped all those up and done something with them. I don't really like this casting. It doesn't do a whole lot for me. I really like the Dairy Delivery. Don't like this one, although someday I've been thinking I want to do something with this small Dairy Delivery model, but I've not gotten to it. That one from 2013. Next off, we've got a Matchbox. It's a Jeep. Don't like the wheels on this one. That's the problem. If the wheels were something a little bit better. The big thick roll cages on these are not my favorites either. This is I don't know what Jeep this is though. Doesn't have the name on the bottom. There's Matchbox. A lot of times they don't. So, little Matchbox Jeep. Not from that long ago. I think that was from last year. That guy is number 24. Next one, another one of these ATVs. This one with the big black wall tires, and this one with its tires in very good shape. This one is from 1999. It's actually the Suzuki Quad Racer. I keep calling it ATV. But Suzuki Quad Racer. And if you haven't been watching too long, we've seen a lot of these. There was a whole bunch of them put out late 90s, maybe up into the 2000s. And I ended up with the whole collection somehow in this box that I pulled from. So they've been showing up at about one per video. All right, the Mach Speeder. Now this one is brand new. I think I just got this off the shelf. Kind of weird that I pulled it out of the middle there. This one does have those new wheels. I don't know what we're calling those. Are they... Oh, I thought it just came to me. I've heard the name. They do have a little orbit cut out of them on the side. That's not a weird paint job. They're growing on me. I said I didn't like them, and now they're growing on me. I can see some potential, and I like that they're nice and clean on these little cars. They look kind of nice. Don't like the orange on this one. I do like the casting. I did pick it up. I'm not picking up all the new castings anymore. Used to. Not anymore. I just pick up the ones I like. I figure we've got plenty over here for a while to keep us busy. I can get anything I want at the shows. So next up, a custom 69 Chevy. This one from the Easter collection. I do not believe that is this year's Easter collection. That was last year's Easter collection, which probably came out around June, the way these Easter collections are coming out. The new Easter collections just came out here. I didn't pick any of them up. I am looking for one of them. I have now forgotten which one. But these Easter cars come out so late. I don't know why Hot Wheels is having trouble with the Easter cars. Anyways, this one from 2000. I'm going to call it 17. I really don't remember. Farm Fresh Eggs. It's got some... These always have some cool Tampa work on them. They usually have like a little crazy bunny on them somewhere. I don't see them on here, but... Anyways, that one I believe from last year. Here's our first controversy. Boy, this car was popular when it was in the stores, and people were buying them up, and now I see them trying to dump them at the shows. And that is this 83 Silverado. This one was from the Camouflage collection of trucks. I believe it was all trucks. I think it was all trucks, yeah. And it's not my favorite casting and not my favorite car in that series. The Camouflage series was kind of interesting, but boy, people were buying these cars up by the dozens. This particular one, I'm assuming for customs. I don't think this particular one is going for very much at the shows right now. And we did see a whole bunch of them show up about 3 months later, which means people were returning them. All right, we've got a Porsche GT3 RS. This one from 2011, and this one has a really nice pearl paint job on it. Hard to see. Really like that interior color. I like this car a lot, but it's not ranked very high on our list, which means there's some others coming up that I like better. Well, that's obvious, isn't it? All right, next we've got a 2011, or at least released in 2011, Dodge Challenger. This one from the Delrain Fire Department. It's got some nice Tampas on it. If I remember right, there was kind of a fire series running through the 2011 mainline series. By the way, if you're not recognizing this diorama, this is the diorama we did the series on. It actually has a top parking area up here. I've just got it cut off from the camera. All those trees you see in the backyard are loose trees that just pile back there. It's like making movies. It's like when they just put planted trees in the background so it looks like a forest. So, movie magic. All right, I put this one down before I got the name. This one has a scratch on it, I just noticed. This is the, what is this? 33 Plymouth. Looks like something Bonnie and Clyde would drive. That is the Matchbox Police. This one in brown. Don't see that very often. Mine has a little spot. I think that's a piece of paper that's glued on it. I think I can get that off. But very nice. I like this one. Like it a lot. This one's kind of fun. I don't know if you've noticed. You probably have. But on the bottom of some of the Matchbox cars, oops, it's upside down. See that made in Thailand there? And it has a little elephant. Not all Matchbox cars have that. Little nod to Thailand. I guess they like their elephants there. So that Plymouth is coming in. Oh, I got more name on it. It's a 33 Plymouth PC sedan. There you go. All right, we are in, I think these are, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is about our top. We'll call it 15. I think we're pretty close to that. This one does not have a name on it. I don't know. It's a CUDA. There you go. That one from M2. Of course, M2 does these cartoonish takes on them with the huge blown engines on them. This one, you can see CUDA on the back there. They usually have quite a bit of detail. I don't like the flag series. This one came in a series of 6 cars that all had the flags on them. And it's just not my favorite of those, but it is a CUDA, so the flag, I think, dampened it for me. I just don't like that much detail on it. Covers up the car. Alright, we've got a Jeep Compass. This one is fun because it is from the Hero City Matchbox line. Now, this is not obviously a tuned car or anything crazy. We do have one of those coming up, so you know it ranks pretty high because I usually rank them really high. But this one is just from the regular mainline series. The Hero Cities cars of this year had a kind of a cartoon sub-series in them. But this Jeep just is fun. It also has those crazy disc wheels on it that we see with these Hero City Matchbox cars. Next up, from 2017 mainlines, we've got a Camaro. This one, the ZL1 2017 Camaro. So, released in 2017 and also a 2017 car. It's got the black on the top. Interesting thing, I'm not really a big fan of black and blue together. Don't usually do that on my customs. But, cool car. Very cool car. Alright, here's a weird one. We don't see this guy, or even this brand, very often. He may not fit in my camera. There we go. And that is a Tonka. This is a mini Tonka, but that is a dump truck. And for some reason, I remember getting this in the lot of cars it came in, and my son grabbed it, and I thought when we did this, it played the little beep, 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 and then trash truck sound. But it doesn't anymore. There's no on-off switch or anything that I can find on it. This one is technically the... I can't read that. It's got all sorts of stuff on the bottom there. Can't read it. I don't think it says its name. I was trying to read what that says on the bottom. Made in Vietnam. Oh, that's what it says. That's in modern. Alright. Fun trash truck. Here's another Matchbox. This might be the last Matchbox no, it's not. The next one is a Matchbox. This one is the Chevy van with claws on it. This one kind of in sad shape, but its wheels still work. Surprising that these big wheels survive that well, considering it got that much wear and tear on it. We can fix it up. We've actually dealt with this car in customs before. Probably not going to, but I just like this as claws. Claws. What do you want on the side of your van? I want claws. Another Matchbox. This one, the Modified Racer. Don't have any information on this one. This one does have the big, crazy rubber, they're not rubber tires, but faux rubber tires, and they say something, I forgot what brand they are. They are, here they are. I don't know that I can read that outside of, I can't read it. My eyes aren't as good as the camera, so. These tires get beat up. The edges of them really get chewed up. So when you're finding these played with, the front guard usually breaks off and the tires get really chewed up on the sides. It's also got some pretty delicate little plastic work there. So this guy in very good shape. They didn't make a lot of those, but they made a few variations of them. Kaffer, I think that's how you pronounce it, Racer Volkswagen. This one also pretty new from 2018. It's still on the shelves as I'm making this video. This one a fun casting from last year. Came out I think in 2017 originally. This one the Volkswagen Kaffer Racer from 2018. Could have really done some fun things with customs if you took a Beetle and made that originally, or make a spin-off on it. That may be something for a future custom for me. Alright, I believe this is a Peterbilt. I have no information on this one. I'm going to go with it's a Peterbilt. I get my trucks mixed up. It's a Peterbilt. I believe this one came out in the main lines. I think I remember seeing it. It does have the workhorse type tires on it. It is missing its little flap here in the back, or I think it's missing. It's a dump truck. That little flap could be found somewhere. This guy could be rebuilt. Otherwise, he's in very good shape. This is a really heavy casting, pretty much all metal except for that dump bin in the back. Are we in the top 10 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that last one was number 9. Number 8 is a Ferrari. I don't know what kind of Ferrari. We'll figure it out. This one is a Ferrari. Isn't this starts with an M? A Ferrari? Nope, it isn't. It is a Ferrari 365 GTR 4. That one is very cool. Fitting to be in the top 10. Of course, red. I do like the interior on this. They didn't do anything weird with it, like make it silver. Very nice car. It's got Hot Wheels on the back. By the way, those little Hot Wheels tampos usually mean it's a little bit older, probably from the 90s if I had to guess, but I don't have any information on it. It does have the Ferrari logo there on the front. If I get it to focus, there it is. All right, is this number 7? Yep, number 7, and this one was another popular car when it came out. This one is a, I don't know what this is. It's a muscle car that is now a station wagon, but I'm going to be totally wrong. I was going to say it's not a Dodge, it's a GM. I don't remember. I'll put the name right there. I bet the name's right there. This turquoise one was very popular when it came out. A nice one. Very fitting. It does have an interior, by the way. It's hard to see. It's got a black interior. Very nice. Alright, we've got another Hero City car. This one is one of the character cars. This is the Whistle car. And you know I love these character cars. Not the easiest thing to find. I've said that before. They tend not to be worth very much. And you will find them in these kind of big lots that you'll find under the tables from time to time. We've gotten almost all of them now. I think I'm only missing 3 of the character cars. This particular one, not really a favorite, so it tends to show up more than others. These cars were characters in a cartoon that Matchbox based the Hero City line of cars on, which I believe was their mainline series for that particular year, and I don't remember what year it was. It was the early 2000s or late 90s. If I remember right, the cartoon was nothing special. It didn't last very long. They axed the cartoon and kind of gave up on the line. The Hero City line of Matchbox is a little bit harder to find than the other series around it, so Matchbox kind of, I think, went wrong with it there and recovered quickly. All right, here's a guy we do not see very much, and this is Howl on Wheels. He is going to need some explanation. He's from the Monster 500 series, which came out a few years ago. I'm going to guess 2014-15-ish. And there was about 10 of these creature cars in the series. They were selling them at Toys R Us, and they usually had a big display. They were really pushing them for a while. This little guy is glued on there securely, but you could get him off if you really wanted to. Came with a few sets, like downhill racing sets, and each little car had a different critter. There were some chase pieces with this, and boy, I wish I would have picked up the chase piece when I saw it. I didn't even know that's what it was. And the chase pieces were transparent on these guys, and I did see one. Didn't know that's what it was, and I wish I would have picked it up just so I'd had it as an example. But these didn't go very far, even though they're really neat. Really neat. We've got a couple of them mixed into this box down here, I noticed, digging through. By the way, they came with a little card. I did save the little card. That's your little card, and it kind of says everything that you need on it. And then on the back, there was a code. I forgot what you did with the code. Probably says here. But there's everything. He's kind of evil. He's kind of evil. I like that. All right, number 4, we've got a Zamax, and that is a Zamax El Camino. This one from 2015. Of course, the Zamax only sold through Walmart, and they come out about every other case out here. The Zamax, I haven't seen a Zamax in forever. They get bought up really quickly, so I pick up the ones I want now at the shows. But back in the day, back in 2015, I could find Zamax. I'm pretty sure I bought that one and threw that one in here. All right, we've got a Camaro. This one is 67 Camaro. This one of the favorite 67 Camaros. It's got that big 67 on the side of it. This one from the 2008 GM 5-pack. It was an exclusive to that 5-pack. Mine has its wheels a little bit chewed up back there. Hard to probably see in the video, but this one has been played with. You can see rubbing right there, which usually means, and I'm going to guess just by the way that looks, that this one has been going through some boosters. Those little booster wheels will rub against the side, and they'll chew up your wheels. So, this guy's in decent enough shape to keep, but he's in kind of rough shape. All right, number 2. I know some of you want that station wagon hire, and some of you wanted that Silverado hire. Number 2 for me, gonna be a Dodge Dart. It is a Dodge Dart, one of my favorite castings. This one has shown up quite a few times. This one from the Classic Series. I don't know which series this was. I don't believe Classic Series number 1 had the reliance on the Tampas. That was either Series 2 or 3. So this one from the Classic Series, though, a Dodge Dart. Crazy nice paint job. Of course, the Classic Series came in a lot of colors. That's what made them fun to collect. Classic Series prices going back up. Boy, these things are like the stock market. Sometimes they're down, and you can get them for about $1.50, $2 each. They're all metal cars. They tend to come with specialized plastic wheels, so customizers really tend to like this series. But there are a lot of them, and so people don't tend to buy all the different colors anymore. So sometimes you can get them cheap, sometimes you got to pay for them. All right, here is number 1. I'm going to drive this guy out and see if you can figure out what we're looking at here. This one took a little bit of research. That one is a... Is it GTO? Is that a GTO? That's a Dodge Charger. Dodge Charger. And it's from... It gets weird. It's from Funkmaster Flex's team, Bartwell. And that one is from the 2004 Team Bartwell Hot Wheels Whips series. I do not remember this series at all. I looked it up on eBay, and yeah, there was such a thing. It seemed to only have a short run, but they took a whole bunch of, like, at least for me, not normal lowrider type cars and made them into street beast type machines that Funk Master Flex would be proud to drive. So I don't know anything about what I just said. It's pretty far removed from my world, so if anybody wants to add anything. I don't know who Funk Master Flex is. I don't know what Team Burtwell is, and boy, I'm pretty far removed from this type of car in the first place. I'm not a car guy to start with, but the lowrider scene is probably not really my scene, to be perfectly honest. I mean, if you saw me in a crowd, you would understand that. It is a nice looking car, though. Hey, I made it #1. I like it. So I just don't know anything about it. It does have rubber tires on it. It's got some really different rubber tires. I've not seen those before. I mean, there's a lot of really nice things about it. Those tires are pretty complex tires. It's got a flat matte top to it that I like. It's got a lot of detailing around the window, which is really nice. It does have an opening hood. Opening hood has the continuation of that white interior. Never really a big fan of white interiors, but it's fine. That is #1, and that #1 is going into the #1 bin over here, because sooner or later we're going to have a fight-off between all of our #1s, and we're getting pretty close to that, so keep watching. Another couple things, since you made it this far into the here, we'll give you something to look at. Another couple things. We are starting another series on the dioramas. This one is just starting, and I'm going to wrap up a few more of these top 25s, but we do have some more diorama stuff coming for you, so stay tuned for that. Okay, that's going to do it for this one, folks. Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye.